Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we have another video dedicated to news. Yes, we will dive into the charts a little bit, but we are also going to be talking about the big news. Listen, despite what the price is at this current moment, especially go to something like Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin went down a couple $1,000s, right? We expected a sell-off off the CME gap at 85, 86,000. It did not hit that range, unfortunately. It decided to sell off near the 84,000 zone. Now, there is a decent chance for some type of pullback, but at this current moment, we are trending lower, right? We are simply trending lower. When we go to something like this in terms of support and resistance, we are trending lower. The weekly candle, right? It is very weak. It is very weak, but there could be a little bit more of a pullback. But ultimately, it doesn't matter in the end. And the reason why I say it doesn't matter in the end is because ultimately, I believe that this is simply just trying to create a higher low, right? We have this high, we have this higher high, we have this low, and it doesn't really matter. Let's say it could be here or even here, right? It doesn't matter where it ends up creating a low. The bigger picture is that it is creating a staircase upwards, right? A staircase upwards. And you guys have to realize something, right? The things I'm going to read are very bullish. But you have to realize just because something's bullish doesn't mean price just explodes right away. Most of the time, it's a delayed reaction. That is how the markets work. So when we go to the news, we can see Bitcoin is like gold, right? Pretty much this German bank said that the US Reserve could set global standards, okay? Right? Bitcoin like gold has become, at the time of writing, in such a significant comparison in financial discussions across various major institutions and analytical frameworks, okay? We know people have been saying Bitcoin is a digital gold, Bitcoin is digital gold, Bitcoin is digital gold, and that remained true. Just because big corporations and, institutions and the presidents or prime ministers or whoever says now it's like digital gold, doesn't mean it's valid now. It's been valid for a long time. There's a reason why Bitcoin is one of those assets that if you buy even at the top each time, even if you bought at the top each time, you would be in profits at some point. You would every single time, right? If you're just able to last the cycle, you would be in profits. And there's a reason for that, right? There's a reason why it has been trending and cycling this way. So we can see very bullish news, right? We have other countries, other institutions talking about how Bitcoin is going to be like, digital gold. We've seen this for a while now. We see more countries coming onto the ship, more institutions, more banks, more big boy players. They're trying to solidify and make Bitcoin legit. And right now, over the next little while, right? The next few weeks, next few months, even a few short years, the hunt for accumulating Bitcoin starts now. It could even start with, and things some countries already started, right? Some countries already started accumulating Bitcoin some time ago, right? Some second and third world countries already started to do that. But now officially, America said, all right, this is it. And this is going to be the standard. So bullish news. We can also see comes to this news, U.S. President Trump's family in talks to buy stake in Binance US. So they want to have power, they want to control. So this is the thing, people, right? They want to have power, they want to control. It is good ultimately, right? I know we like decentralized coins and everything, but in terms of making money for the next 1 to 2 bull runs, ladies and gentlemen, right? This is very needed, okay? This is where the money, the ultimate money will be made. Yes, there's going to be regulations after, and yes, certain taxes and stuff, but it's going to be loopholes all the time. There's going to be things that won't be tracked. It's the blockchain. It's not that easy just to track, right? It's not that easy. And even if they make stuff illegal, there'll always be countries that have illegal, or people will, like I said, just find certain loopholes or take the risk. So this is very good. President Trump's family in talks to acquire stake in Binance US. That means they want to have more control. They want to have some power, and that's fine. That is fine. This cycle and next cycle are going to be the main cycles to make the most amount of money. And if this is what is required, then I'm okay with this. But we can see, right? They want more power. Also, very good news. Robinhood to list Pengu, Popcat, and Peanut. Biggest meme bet yet. Now, even though I think Peanut is trash ultimately, because the way it has pumped and the way it has dumped kind of, and the, all the drama surrounding, a dead squirrel and the owner, This is good. This is good because Robinhood listing all types of meme coins is just going to be good for the ecosystem. If Robinhood is going to be on board, that means other big companies and institutions are going to be on board, and everyone's going to start listing cryptos soon, right? They're going to start listing all the main cryptos, AI cryptos, meme coin cryptos. They're going to be listing all the different types of coins, and I'll believe this is going to cause a very, very big pump in the next coming months, right? Like I said, it takes time. It takes time, people, to accumulate and break out. I'm going to use gold as an example. Gold today broke out to almost 2,900, but look how much time it required for it to keep moving up. And you got to realize, in the context of gold, this thing has been going sideways for about 3 to 4 years before it had an expansion, right? And this is what I expect with Bitcoin. Once we kind of start expanding, I do expect moments of sideways and, you know, some kind of doubt, but ultimately I expect things to be very, very bullish. So we can see, right? We have some zones marked up, and, you know, we had a pullback, we went up, and since the beginning of March, pretty much, we have been going sideways. We went down for a final pullback, and then we could see, again, also here a day and a half, right? We were here since 5 a.m. on a Tuesday, and we broke out pretty much in the afternoon of a Wednesday, and we could just see a couple hours, like a day here, and again we broke out. So gold has moved a ton, and even though there was bullish news for gold, right, there was news to determine gold's price factor and for gold to keep pumping up, the thing is, people, you have to realize that it takes time. It takes time. It doesn't matter if it's super bullish right now. Even gold had to accumulate for a week, and I get it. Bitcoin, you know, it's been going down for a couple of weeks now, but Bitcoin is a different ball game. Bitcoin's a different ball game, and ultimately, we know how volatile Bitcoin is. We know how volatile Bitcoin is. We saw Bitcoin rise. What was it? From 78K to 95K, almost 20,000 in roughly a day, in 2 days. I mean, 3 days pretty much, right? We know how fast things will recover once it's time to explode, right? We've seen it back in November. The 5th of November, we were at 67,000. And by the time we hit the 11th, you know, 6 days later, we were at 90,000. So it takes time, people. It takes time. Pretty much Franklin Templeton files for 1.5 trillion spot XRP ETF. So this is not the first ETF. This is not the first, you know, filing. This is not, you know, this is not the first request, and this is not for this coin only. There's been multiple ETF requests and approvals for different coins, for Bitcoin and Ethereum, and things to come. There's so many ETFs being sent from so many big boys for so many of the top coins, and it is just going to trickle down. It is just going to trickle down. It's going to be a matter of time before there's an ETF for this coin, this coin, this coin, and every single coin, not every single coin, but it wouldn't be surprising if the top 20 to 30 coins will have ETFs, and that will still create a compound effect for the other coins in the same category, you know, in the same narrative, you know, in the same chain, right? So they're on the Ethereum chain, the Solana chain, BNB chain, and etc. And even just overall, it's extremely bullish for crypto. So yes, like I explained, price is going down, price is being whatever. But look at the bigger picture. Stop stressing out. The news is bullish. And this is all within the last few hours. This is not within the last few weeks. This is in the last few hours, people. Okay? The last few hours. So, you know, have a better mindset. Do not be a bear. People that are bearish in this market, thinking everything's going to crash down, everything, you know, I would hate to have your mindset. Yeah, I would hate to have your mindset. I'd hate to be you personally. You know what I'm saying? Well, look, ETF, we can see page 1 out of 71, right? We see everything, all the thing. I don't think they should have made, I guess, public info, but still. But yeah, well, obviously, what could happen to XRP's price? It's going to go up. Not right away, but ultimately, this is very, very bullish news for the future. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.